Hey guys, it's Miss Tia, and today we're going to be reading Double Bubbles. It was a perfect day to play hide and seek. Ripple searched the reef for her friends. At last, she spotted one. "Gotcha, Bubbles!" she shouted. When the fish swam out of her hiding spot, Ripple was surprised. Bubbles was not her usual pink color. She was green. "Who's Bubbles?" asked Bubbles. Ripple thought Bubbles' voice sounded different too. So not only had Bubbles turned green and changed her voice, but she didn't even know her own name. Ripple darted off to find Splash and Dunk. "It's Bubbles," she said. "She's different. She's acting all weird and green." "How do you act green?" asked Dunk. Now everyone was confused. Suddenly, Bubbles popped out from a hiding spot. "Here I am," she said. She was pink. It was Bubbles, all right. "This doesn't make sense," said Ripple. "If Bubbles is here, then who was the other fish?" Swish! A green fish swam up. "Do you mean me?" she asked. "I'm Finny." Wow, Bubbles and Finny sure looked alike. "See, guys," shouted Ripple. "I was right. There are two Bubbles." "Excuse me, but there's only one of me," said Bubbles. "And only one of me," said Finny. "You guys do have a lot in common," said Splash. They both had long tails and fancy fins. They both made slime to protect their skin. "That's because we're both Mandarin Dragonettes," said Finny. "Wow, we are a lot alike," said Bubbles. "You want to play with us?" "I'd love to," said Finny. Finny played finball with the gang. She was a natural, almost as good as Bubbles. Next, they visited the mud pit. "This mud puddle looks fantastic," said Finny. "Finny loves glop and gloop as much as you do, Bubbles," Splash said. "It must be so great having a friend just like you." Bubbles should have been thrilled. She found a fish who liked finball and mud as much as she did. And her friends really liked Finny too. But for some reason, Bubbles felt sad. After a while, Ripple swam by and noticed that Bubbles looked unhappy. "Something wrong?" asked Ripple. "It's kind of Finny," answered Bubbles. "You don't like Finny?" Ripple asked. "I do, but she's just like me," said Bubbles. "Now that there's a brand new Bubbles, why does anyone need me anymore?" "But there can't be a new Bubbles," said Ripple. Ripple told Bubbles that even though her 499 brothers looked alike, each brother was special. Number 342 told great stories. Number 96 made the silliest faces. Number 77 always slept next to Ripple. "So even though Finny and I look alike on the outside, it doesn't mean we're the same on the inside," Bubbles said with a smile. "Of course not," said Ripple. "You're our Bubbles." "I bet Finny could use a friend," said Bubbles. Being the new Mandarin Dragonette in Reef Town, Bubbles felt better. When they played Capture the Shell, Bubbles and Finny were teammates. They found more shells than Splash and Dunk. Bubbles had made a fabulous new friend. It was too bad Finny was only visiting Reef Town. She and her family were leaving soon for their home reef. "I hope you'll come visit," said Finny. "Definitely," said Bubbles. "Come on, how about one last dip in the mud pit?" Thought you never asked, said Finny. Let's go. Yucky, ucky, slimy, grimy. They dove and splashed and rolled around until they were both covered in mud. Maybe they splashed a little too much. Bubbles and Finny got so muddy that their friends couldn't tell them apart. That's okay. We can, said Bubbles. They were alike, but different too. And that's the perfect way for friends to be. The end. Thanks for listening.